BlazBlue, Ragiroth do.
Ragiroth Enterprises.
Everybody, Richard Ragiroth Enterprises here. Welcome to my channel. So I did the first half of my BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle video with top 4 BlazBlue and Persona 4 Arena characters. Now I'm going to do Under Night and RWBY. Alright, so I already got my list out. So with Under Night, Under Night is probably my least favorite of the 4. Not that I don't like it, it's still a cool game. And it's probably the least, I feel like it's the most underdeveloped, it's the newest of the 4 series in this game. And because of that, there's 4 clear-cut characters I like the most, and 2 clear-cut honorable mentions that almost made those 4. So let's get started. My number 4 choice would be Seth. Seth's pretty cool. Always liked his design, his fighting style. He always reminded me of like a ninja version of Death the Kid from Soul Eater. But anyway, not really much to say there. I think he has a pretty good shot. I think he's a fairly important and popular character to Under Night. I guess as to who I'd like him to see team up with, probably either Sho or Yosuke from Persona 4 Arena, maybe Ren from RWBY. I don't know about anyone from BlazBlue. Alright, number 3, Carmine. Carmine's fucking sick. I mean, he uses like blood, he turns them into crystals. He's probably also one of my best characters, even with the self-harm thing he does with his attacks. I think he's definitely a unique character. I don't know if he has the highest chances. It depends on how many characters they pick from the games. I don't know how popular he is or how really. I don't think he was really that important. I think he was just kind of like. I feel like he's sort of, I guess, like the Vega of maybe Under Night. That was the impression I got of him at least. But I'd love to see him in the game. Hopefully he makes it in. Number 2, Gordeau. Gordeau is like instantly, as soon as I saw him, my favorite character in the game. I mean, he uses a scythe, so that's already a big plus. And I love his design, his attitude. His mood list is just great. You know, of course, unfortunately, he kind of had the top tier broken character status, but hey, I can't help it that he looked cool. I guess for who I'd like to see him team up with, probably Kaguya from BlazBlue. I feel like he kind of gives me some Kaguya vibes. Not really sure who else. I guess RWBY and Ragna, just because they also use scythes. So, honorable mentions are Hilda and Batista. Either both cool characters that would be neat to see pair up with New 13 or Lambda. And both represent villain. Oh no, actually, I think Hilda's a villain. I don't know if Batista was. It's been a while since I've played Under Night. So my number 1 choice is Merkava. Gordeau is actually probably my favorite Under Night character. However, he loses the number 1 spot just a bit, just because he'd be another scythe user. Not that I really mind that, but I think overall Merkava is a bit more unique, and he's probably my second favorite character in Under Night. I just love his design, his moveset. He's wacky waving, inflatable arm, heartless guy. And I think he has a shot, even if he's not the most important character. He's kind of that obligatory, like, monster character for Under Night. Kind of, I guess, like Arachne from BlazBlue would be. And I guess I'd like to see him team up with Arachne or Aquaman again, because of this picture. I think it'd be funny if some of the RWBY characters confuses him for like a Grimm or something like that. He kind of does remind me of a Grimm. So that's really that can all be said about the Under Night side. Now to probably the most exciting side, as it's the one series in the game that hasn't really had a fighting game, is RWBY. Now, for RWBY, I'm disqualifying Team RWBY because they're going to be in the fucking game. RWBY's already in the game. The next 3 are going to definitely be in the game. Like, there's no way. Their names are basically indirectly in the title of the series. So, I really want Weiss and Blake, but they're going to be in the game. I don't have to worry about them. But as the and I almost want to disqualify Team Juniper as well. But I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. So anyway, number 4, speaking of Team Juniper, is Ren. He's easily my favorite character of that team. Not that I mind the other 3 characters, but he's just my favorite. This always looks cool. I love his fighting style, like his personality. I like that we got some elaboration on his backstory in the most recent season of RWBY, and I think he's like perfect for a fighting game. I'd like to see him team up with probably either Seth from Under Night, Yosuke, or Sho. Probably one of those three. As for my number 3 pick, it would be Emerald. I think one of Emerald's issues is that not only is she's not on one of the main teams. She has, I think, similar weapons to Ren, so I think this might hurt her chances a good bit. It doesn't help. I think her full powers haven't been fully shown yet. I know she's used some of the illusion. That might be a hard thing to make as a fighting game moveset, but I've always liked her. She's pretty cool. Nice design. Like her personality as well. It would be cool to see her in the game. But I understand why she wouldn't make it. Number 2. It's a really hard choice between 2 and 1 with this one. But number 2 is Mercury, Emerald's partner. I always love Mercury's design and fighting style. And I think as one of the few characters in RWBY that doesn't really use a weapon, I think he'd be pretty unique. He'd be kind of like BlazBlue's or RXC's whatever game answer to like a Haorong from Tekken or Jerry from Street Fighter, with his emphasis on kicking. Don't know who I'd like to see him team up with. Maybe, I guess, Chie. Even though I know one's a bad guy, one's a good guy from Persona 4 Arena. But yeah, Mercury's been always one of my favorite RWBY characters. I would love to see him in this game. His chances, I think, kind of depend on how many characters they're putting in from each series. Pretty much all I can say with that. Because if it's RWBY and Team Juniper, that's already 8 characters. See what I mean? Alright, so now for honorable mentions. Ozpin. And, well, we haven't seen him fight that much, Adam. So my number 1 pick would have to be Crow. He's just a really awesome and important character in RWBY. I mean, his weapon has multiple modes: sword, scythe. I think there might be one other one too that I'm kind of forgetting. I just always like his design, his personality. Everything about him is awesome. I mean, he is a slightly newer character. I hope maybe he has enough to work with. I mean, he's been around long enough to give him something to work with. I think he has a decent chance because he is pretty important to RWBY, and I think he is fairly popular as well, and he has things that could easily work in a fighter. I guess the only issue is that he does have similarities to his niece RWBY, with having a scythe mode and all that. But I think he could still work and be made unique. Like I said in the previous video, I'd love to team him up with Jubei, as they're both those rough, badass, like, mentor characters. But anyway, I think that's it for this video. This is the last one of my top 10 for at least a bit until something else comes along. I am considering, thanks to the suggestion of my friend James, maybe during Top 10 Worlds I would want Kingdom Hearts 3, but we'll see. That's still a ways off. But yes, and don't forget to check out Marketing Arts, link in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know if you want any of these characters in the game from either the other video or this video. Let me know if you disagree. I don't know, maybe I have very unpopular opinions. But as always, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.